Good morning, children. We have a military operation today. So, Badger, you are up. It is a dreary, miserable day today. And we're not going to be seeing a lot of beautiful roads or scenery or anything like that. This is purely about the destination. And I think it's a bit proper to have this typical Irish sad weather to accompany us. Ago, I discovered something that I've definitely left amiss. It's about 2 years ago I promised myself, rain or shine, I'm going to go there, me and Badger, and pay our respects. I think the Interceptor would be glad to give this one a miss, because it's a bit of a pretty boy. And with Badger, it is just a matter of putting a hose to her. Looks sexy. Oh, she's got a bit of a mud on her. So we just need to get across this bit of the M4 and head the exit of Palmersdale. Basically puts us onto the road. Actually, to think of it, it's like the first time I'm trying a voiceover live, and I have no idea if the camera will pick it up, but we'll see. This looks like the back or front, I don't know. Did check the map. We have to get behind it for parking. I guess it's around here. Closed, so I guess I have to park here. Here we are. So, the Irish National War Memorial Gardens at Island Bridge are dedicated to the memory of estimated 49,400 Irish soldiers who died between 1914 and 1918 in the First World War. So these gardens were designed by a Sir Edwin Lutyens. Lutyens. I'm pronouncing it Dutch because it sounds like a Dutch name. So in 1929 they decided to build this, and they were laid out between 1933 and 1939. Oh, that's interesting. The workforce for the project was made up by 50% ex-British military servicemen and 50% of ex-servicemen from Irish National Army. Okay. Daffodils are up. It is very peaceful here. It's a shame that I've never been here, because I used to live in this city for a good couple of years, and this would be just a spot I would like to go to get the city out of my head. Seems that a good few people had the same idea. Ah, now we have the sun coming through. I know around here at the corner there are some rowing clubs, because I always drive by on the other side of the road there. Right, that there, up there, that looks like a fort. I'm really glad I didn't wear my leathers. The leathers look better, but problem is I bought them when I was had a good bit of weight on me, and as a result, when I'm out in my leathers now and I start walking around, they kind of drop to my knees. Not very much appreciated. I guess if we wait a month, temperature would be nicer, weather brighter, the trees all full with leaves. That would make it a lot easier. But then again, I always say if something is harder to do, it's probably worth doing. Kind of gives a little bit more meaning to it. time I've seen this on Google Maps. And it looks huge. Am I supposed to come up here and walk on the grass like a Philistine? They shouldn't have built those steps there. Their name liveth forevermore. You know the really sad thing about World War I, and that's just my opinion, it would have been the war that ended all wars. Right, and I just can't help wondering, all these young men, even from Ireland, like they were supposed to be neutral, right? They still went. And what was it, the adventure? Or just wanted to be part of the war that ended all wars? And if they were alive today, I'm asking them, lads, was this worth it? Because 30 years later, they just started doing the same bullshit over again. And ended it with atomic bombs. And if that didn't teach us anything, we're still doing it to this very day. I don't know, they built this place. Like in the 30s, they built this. It has a remembrance. Like it with my brother, I traveled through Belgium. Visited some museums and some memorials, and like just the thousands and thousands and thousands of graves. It's shocking, really. I wonder, because like a lot of the memorials I visited in Flanders, they had a place where like all the names were on display. I wonder if it would be in there. Like you have like these little buildings and you go in and you see a bunch of books and you can search by surname. At least this remembers, and this stands to this day. But it's a bit sad to say that the only thing we got out of World War I was these lovely parks and monuments. Right, off we go and see if we can get to that fortress. Do a double whammy today. So this is Phoenix Park. Site notice. The magazine fort. Right, I'm going to conserve this. The repair, conservation, and change of use of minor alteration of the Johnston Ravelin buildings. Restoration of the Duke of Dorset archway. New metal walkway. Bakery building, magazine powder store building. Shifting room building. Huh. Okay, so it's not open for the public. Put on a big old gate here. View is stunning. Let's see if we can grab a view to end this video on a high note. It's great weather when you're a duck. Proper Irish rain. It just stops once in a while, long enough to give you false hope. It does look like the structure was originally older and they just topped it up with concrete. Big old moat around it. So I reckon by the moat and all that it's actually quite old. All the way down there. I'm not gonna walk all around it. Fuck me. I'm an old man. I don't do much of this walking stuff. That's why I got a motorcycle. Hey, you could say like, oh, but Frankie, where are you walking right now? You wouldn't drive that with a motorcycle. Ha! I don't badger out with chances. No problem. You know, you always like to have like a little bit of segment of you going home. Because like I don't want my faithful viewers to think like, God, I hope Frankie made it back home. Although to think of it, I don't think I have any videos where it actually shows me arriving back home, but I guess if you're just showing you're moving in that direction, it is enough to tell people stop fretting. Although I imagine most of you would be more pragmatic about it and just wait for the next video. And you're like, oh yeah, looks like he made it home. All good.